the favorite in this matchup, but halqery definitely has experience. So this is his second tournament. I believe he hasn't picked up a win yet in either tournament, so we could be seeing the first win here, and the runners are off. 11 PM from both runners, I think.
I think Pika started during the day.
Pika day, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've really only just got the bug catching contest on the card, I think, as a day goal. That's about it.
So I guess a couple things to mention about the card. There are some rough goals on here. TM20 being a corner slot, pretty rough, and Berry Juice and Elixir being right next to it, obviously not fun. So we might see some struggles when it comes to those two goals. Ray Cow.
That's a starter.
That is a starter.
That is, if Herc was here, I think he would take the Snorlax, but I think both runners will be taking the Raikou. It's a very, very easy choice there. None of the starters on the card. All Raikou really needs is one special move, and it's runnable, so yeah, we'll see.
I mean, I guess I could see a slight argument for the Snorlax being that it's not a legendary, and for those of you who don't know, all the XP curve in the game has been linearized so that all the Pokemon gain the same amount of experience except for legendaries. So Raikou is unfortunately subject to getting less XP than something like Snorlax. But I do agree. I think Raikou is the better choice when you see it initially.
We saw a meditate physical Raikou, so I don't think we'll see either runner take it. But it's still runnable. Raikou doesn't have the best physical attack stat, but it could be worse. We saw a Charizard there as well. That'll definitely be checked later on. Definitely a runnable poke there, over 100 special. I think it's 109 special attack, so pretty solid.
Yeah, and another thing about the Raikou, I highly doubt it'll be an issue, but there is the defeat a legendary Pokemon goal, and does give them that info. So if, like, in a desperation attempt, they don't run into another legendary, they can always look at the Pokedex for the Raikou and go there and kill it for that goal.
Yep.
Early Weedle.
Straight up, we're seeing him catch it. I'm guessing that'll be for the Evolve 4 goal in Call 3, or Row 1, Call 3.
Yeah, in terms of that goal, Weedle is definitely one of the Pokemon. If you catch a Weedle and you catch a Caterpie, you're basically done with that goal. So.
Yep, very easy to level it up. Both of them, no worries with the yellow ball on that one. Checking the moveset just in case it has Headbutt or Rock Smash. Or Teleport, in fact. That could also be useful as Alien. But no. Shelter could have also been another one for that at all 4. It is a Stone Poke.
It is.
But passes on it.
Yeah, it definitely would not hurt to catch, because Evolution Stones aren't exactly hard to come by if you need one.
Early money item, which is nice. They've got the big mushroom now. So we might see another shopping trip. We're not going to see any potions bought, most likely this race. It's in a pretty much guaranteed row 5, and if we find TM20, it's part of three bingos, and only one goal is missing for 2 of the rows to be doable, so that'll be a very key square, and I doubt we'll see either runner by repels.
Yeah, corner squares are highly valuable. So you definitely, I mean, it's not fun going through the game without repels, but it's a corner square. You gotta make that sacrifice a lot of the time.
Yeah, we'll also be seeing the runners catch flying types. We do have 7 flying types on the card, so we'll try and keep track of how many they have for you. That's also in a pretty important spot, being in that guaranteed row, assuming we see a legendary.
Yeah, and normally that goal isn't a problem because there are so many flying types in the game. So it's just going to be a matter of encountering them, really, and making sure they catch them when they see them. And without repels, especially, so.
Alright, Raikou made light work of its Centuric, not surprising. Evasion boosting move. Don't need that this race though. Slash critical saving a turn there. Now we might see both runners check the item on Route 29. Halqery, if he checks it, likely be on the way back because he did skip it in that pass. But we might see Pika grab it here.
Yeah, and we have quite a few item goals on the card. Even if there's something like Black Glasses or EXP share, it's still something. It's a poison barb, not what they need. None of those. But yeah, even if you find one of those small items like Black Glasses or EXP share, it saves time. Not a whole ton like something like Berry Juice or Elixir would save, but it's still time that you definitely want to cut down on.
And one little thing we saw there is you'll see a lot of runners when you get the catch tutorial guy there. You want to walk on the bottom square because if you walk on the top tile, the catch tutorial guy actually has to take 2 extra steps. So this is a little time save that Halq missed out on there. We used to see a medic sucks here, and it's male. Gets the yellow ball. Hopefully this is runnable. I do like watching Dragonite memes. That's not.
Yeah, not very good.
Now we see the Charizard. Fury swipes. That's not really what he wants to see, but he could be hiding a Flamethrower back there and a wing attack.
Yeah, and it's especially good if you main the Charizard, and with that, you'll know what Pokemon have Rock moves for sure.
Yep, you're definitely getting that center goal. Now, he hasn't checked the Charizard's moveset yet. We'll, still waiting to see that.
I mean, he could also be catching it simply for the flying type goal, but he could be. He should definitely check the moveset because it doesn't have a bad special attack stat or a bad speed stat. So
yeah, 109 special is nothing to scoff at. Definitely more than runnable. He might be just going with this physical Araku there. Who knows?
I don't know if that's gonna be the case.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
he might be waiting.
They're definitely gonna be looking for something. Maybe I can see them holding out until the Faulkner TM, but even then, I would be looking for something more immediately useful.
Yeah. Here we'll see him check it now. That's Fire Blast. Fire Blast Body Slam. That's very close. The PP is the big issue there on your best move, but I think that'll do it. It's got an okay attack stat. I think it's about mid-80s.
Yeah.
So Body Slam will do some work, but he's going to be relying on 5 PP for most of the game, really, unless he picks up something else.
Yeah, and 5 PP on a 85 accuracy move, which feels like it's a 70 accuracy move. And the Crab Hammer from the Weeping Bell just
taking the wipe.
Yeah, nothing too hot on these early routes. I would like to see them go into Dark Cave, check out a couple slots there. I think Dark Cave is usually good enough to check out, even if it's off your beaten path, you know.
Usually the big issue, like the reason runners won't choose to do Dark Cave is the encounter rate is quite low. But on a card like this where we have Berry Juice Elixir, we might see them go and pick up the item in Dark Cave. Could give them that early advantage.
Yeah, well, doesn't look like Cal is going for that, so maybe something on this route though. Politoed. It's okay. It has a decent moveset. He's not gonna check it though.
This will be interesting. I guess he does have the Dragonite, but his Raiku's fainted, so he could fail to run from running down here and run into issues, but doesn't have any issues. No Gamas. Now, I don't think the runners have any reason to go on Sprout Tower, but we still may see it for to fight Nico for some levels, but I think we'll see the runners go straight into Faulkner's Gym here.
Yeah. Maybe like I could see them maybe going in there to get a couple levels for Raikou just to see his level 11 move.
Yeah.
But doesn't look like that's happening, at least not on Hal's side. And go check that item.
Yep. P2. Digital Duck. We're gonna see a P2 check here. Looks like it.
Glare not looking very nice though.
No, it doesn't want to deal with that. Check the one move. Who knows, maybe it had Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Ice Beam as his other three, but we'll never know.
Scizor. Could be interesting. Nope, no. Not even gonna bother.
No, he doesn't want to see fire moves. Scizor, very strong poke, but is lacking a little bit of speed and has that 4 times weakness in to special moves, which has a pretty bad special defense stat as well.
Alright, well, Hal going against level 7 trainer. Slightly ahead of Pika right now, but Pika has found the Clefable, which is going to get him a goal on the card.
Yep, that's a slight goal lead for Pika there. He is a little behind on progression. Dark in the gym already, but that is a interesting goal. Halk will have a reasonable idea where he picked it up. He'll know it's basically on 30, 31 or in Dark Cave. I would... the most likely place for it to be would be 31, with the amount of time that's passed. But he could also suspect Dark Cave. Looks like Pika might pick up some X attacks.
Well, there's the legendary Pokemon goal. It's gonna be marked off.
Nice and early.
Yeah, and I guess with that goal, oh, he's going to Sprout Tower. Never mind then. I was gonna say, with the Suicune being on Faulkner, if Pika was to go straight and do Faulkner right now, and he'd have to mark off that goal. So that would give Halk a better idea of where that Wigglytuff was, if it came so soon after, but he's going to Sprout Tower, so might confuse him a bit more.
Yeah, it's interesting. Ooh, that's a good moveset. Clefable not the strongest, but that's a very, very solid moveset.
I saw Swords Dance, Sap Cannon. I didn't catch the last two.
Thunderbolt, Earthquake were the last two.
Oh yeah, that is a solid moveset. Swords Dance patches up Clefable's mediocre attack stat, and Thunderbolt is just good. Like,
yep. And +2 Earthquake, and the Taurus lives. Oh boy, that's depressing. I'm not sure if we saw a save. I don't think we did.
No, that's
the cross-chop crit.
More experience for Raikou.
Yeah. All of his potential mains just dying on the first possible fight, not allowing him to get any XP.
Yeah, so this is probably gonna end up being a larger time sink for Pika than he really wanted it to be. This trainer did have some high EXP yielding pokes, and he's gonna have to revive the Clefable if he wants to keep running that.
Gonna check this item, and I think we might see him Scarecrow out. Oh, and he'll check the next item as well.
He might be grabbing Flash. Maybe. We'll see right now. Yeah, I think he is. I think he's doing it for a Pokemon with 4 moves sharing its type.
It could be, yeah.
But I'm not sure that's necessarily worth the investment right now. Or maybe he's just doing it for experience, who knows?
There's the cross-chop Taurus that we saw earlier.
Yeah, I think Halk's gonna be quite happy. Assuming the Tauros isn't complete garbage on the rest of its moveset is.
Yeah. Stab payday. Okay, maybe it's 7. It's level 7. It's not that low. He could consider this. He'd want to see. Is that enough? That's really close.
Let's see. Try attack.
Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough.
Yeah, I agree. Try attack, a really solid move.
Yeah. And he's got the 8 trainers on 32 to do as well, so that's a very good place to main switch, because he's going to pick up a lot of experience if he opts to do that early. Yeah, we are seeing him grab Flash, yeah, but he's not switching to the Tauros, which I think is probably the wrong play. This Raikou doesn't have what it needs, I don't think, to do well enough. Yeah, it's got 2 special moves, but they're both pretty average base power, and they give pretty similar coverage. He has coverage for water types and rock types, but that's about it.
Was the Tauros level 9?
A 7.
Okay. I don't know if I saw Cross Chop, because I saw Ice Punch, Try Attack, Spikes.
It does pick up a move at level 4, so Cross Chop might have been the move taught over straight away.
But I think even then, Try Attack, like, you have to pray you don't run into a Ghost type, but it has Ice Punch, it's something, you know, to get you past them. And then you get Headbutt. Well, I guess that doesn't help your coverage problem, huh? Yeah, it's close, I think, without Cross Chop. With Cross Chop, I think it should be switched out for the Raikou.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of just checked the first 3 moves and assumed the last one would be Cross Chop, but if it doesn't have Cross Chop, then it's probably not worth switching to. Yeah, so we did see Pika pick up Flash. Be interesting to see if he sticks to the Clefable or not.
Nope. Putting it in. Well, we'll see right now. Nope. Yep. He's going to Raikou.
Yeah, he's given up.
Yeah, I probably would have done the same thing. Because at that point you'd have to leave, go back in, and you've already lost out on some experience. That Clefable was really good though, which is kind of painful.
Yeah, it is. This Raikou will get the job done though. It's good enough. It's not going to be a great main, but it's just going to be one that gets the job done, and which is really all you need in a bingo. It's not like we're doing a randomizer where we need to beat Red at the end. Like, all he needs to do is beat Chuck. So, well, Chuck and Jasmine. Jasmine's going to be the hard one. Now, do we see Halq save for this fight? Do you know?
I was paying attention. I think he did. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the slow crawl buffet on Pika's side.
Okay, so we had the 15 as a tentacle, sorry. So not too bad to deal with, and it killed itself basically. So no worries at all.
He definitely didn't save before this one, so... Another Hitmon top. With Icy Wind. Alright, now Pika doing his Faulkner fight. This will give Hal an idea of where he's at now. With the Suicune being KO'd.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see he has a reasonable lead. He's about 7 minutes ahead of where Pika is, but Pika does have the extra levels and the Flash HM, which Might make that 4 pokes sharing, 4 moves sharing pokes type a lot easier for him.
Yeah, no struggle on Pika side with Faulkner. We might see Pika, because Pika did Sprout Tower, we might see him opt and come back and do the Sprout later. Because he already has a lot of experience from Sprout Tower to begin with. But we might also see him just clear it now. I think what I would do is just come back later when I can one-shot everything and not worry about anything on the route, but we'll see shortly.
Now, did we see Halq pick up the 2 phone numbers on 32? I'm not sure if we did or not.
He definitely fought the trainers. I'm not sure if he picked them up. He might be saving them for later.
Yeah. Because we do have Max phone book on the card, so...
Yeah, he might just not want to get called by any of the trainers.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll see what Pika decides to do here.
And the Taurus not getting checked. That's fair enough.
Yeah, I think
Pika's Raikou a lot higher level than Halq's was when you checked it.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna commit to the Raikou. If he wasn't gonna go and deal with Echo Fable, I doubt he's gonna deal with a Tauros.
Mm. Halq checking some fishing slots. It's what kind of randomizer? That's a fish.
Checking for another one in the water. Yeah. Nothing but seeking.
He's going to catch it this time. Could be handy having that extra level 10 with him. No. Giving up.
Here we get to see the brutal struggle of walking through Union Cave without any repels.
Yeah, the encounter rate in here, it's actually not that high, but it seems awful when you're walking through here without repels. You tend to get a lot more than you theoretically should, based on the encounter rate.
Yeah, it just being a large area, and the fact that you're in it for a good couple minutes makes the encounter rate that much worse, because every space is basically grass tile. No baby Pokemon here, so
no
useless Pichu.
No, we really haven't seen any useful information yet, other than Pika picking up that Clefable.
It's been pretty dry early on.
That was lucky. It gets the Power Snow Freeze, and instantly the Golduck defrosts it with Flame Wheel.
Alright, Hal going a bit slow there, but avoiding the encounter, which is the most important thing.
In 22, close, but no cigar.
Yeah, I would probably check that TM as soon as possible. Because Raiku's moveset is still pretty lacking, and if it's any sort of decent special move, like I would, even if it's Spark, you know, that's a great stab move for Raikou, and he can make it work excellently with that special attack stat.
Yeah. Spark, T-Punch, Thunderbolt, they're all the moves that Halq will want to see from that one. But it definitely is worth checking that TM now. The runners don't really have any reason to come back to Union Cave. Often, if there's something like 10 Pokemaniacs on the card or Runes of Alph puzzles, you have to come back anyway, so it's actually often faster to check that TM later on when you have the bike and repels. Well, in this case, we can't use repels, but since they have no reason to come back, it's pretty efficient to check now.
Did we happen to see what Faulkner's TM was? I assume it was nothing to talk about, but...
I'm not 100% sure. I assume it was one of Mega Drain Crab Hammer.
I see. Okay, it was probably the Mega Drain. I think Raiku's 11 was the Crab Hammer. Alright, so we're gonna do a bit of shopping on Halq's side. And by a bit, I mean very little. Just some balls and potions, and that'll
Didn't really
do.
sell anything there. He had some TMs to sell, because we're not collecting TMs this card, so could have checked the 22 and then sold it if it was useless. Oh, and then we see the double. We saw the freeze on both players now. We just need to see the Golduck use Flame Wheel to defrost him.
Nothing but Dynamic Punch and Powder Snow looks like. Everything but the Flame Wheel. That is brutal. And I don't know if he saved. I don't think he did.
Nah. 10% to unfreeze every turn, so... It's actually quite unlucky that he hasn't yet. Oh, and that's why I opted not to use that Super Potion when he was at 4.
Yeah, the Tauros does not have Cross Chop.
Yeah, it must have got spikes over the top of it, I'm guessing, or Payday. One of the two. I think it would be... I can't remember actually, honestly. But yeah, definitely not enough coverage to main, and that's why. I would be going for a tri-attack status of some sort, I'm guessing. That's what he's going to go for here.
Yeah, Burger.
Ooh! Passing up on that Sizzle early, it had Headbutt. Pika could have had access to early Headbutt trees.
Alright, well, it's not a wipe, thankfully.
Mm.
But that was a pretty fight.
Oh, he's just continuing with the Taurus.
He's a madman.
Interesting. Oh, no, he's going in with the Weedle first in the party. Okay. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't either. He did not save.
No. He's going to take the wipe. He's got no money anyway, so that's not a big issue. But yeah, doesn't want to take the time loss, so he's just going for the main switch here. With only 3 PP left on tri-attack as well. He's going to have to beat... he might have been opting to get some levels on his Weedle, but it's definitely an interesting choice.
It's definitely
I'm going for Ice Punch instead of Payday. Now, I don't think we saw Halq pick up either of the berries, so he has no way to cure that poison, I don't think.
Yeah, and the thing is he knows he's ahead right now. I mean, sure, he's missing out on the Clefable Wigglytuff goal, but I don't see a reason for him to not just leave and heal at this point.
He does have that Sacred Ash too, if he wants to use that to revive his Raikou. I believe Pika used his, but Halq still has the Sacred Ash.
Alright. Yeah. Alright, well, it looks like we're at least partially back on track, thankfully. Gonna miss out on some experience on the Raikou, but shouldn't be a huge deal unless the level 14 has something like Earthquake, which It's very unlikely.
I think this is definitely a misplay from Hal. He's trying to train his wheel now, but he will have to go back for an EXP share later on. And I think this XP now is a lot more valuable than it will be later. Because he's going to have to do some late gyms, so he's definitely going to have access to doing some late fights while he has the XP share. So I think the decision to train his wheel now is a bit suboptimal.
Yeah, especially with I mean, both Mineral Badge and Glacier Badge are on the card, and Glacier Badge is on corner space, so he's probably going to end up having to do one of those two anyway, which will just give his Pokemon a ton of experience anyway. But he's doing it now, but so we'll see how that works out.
That's one evolution.
Get Swift. Switch to Kakuna for that Swift. 60 BP.
No issues with the 14. Pika has definitely caught up though, with Halk having some issues on the first couple fights. The gap is significantly less than it was before.
Yeah, and I guess another downside, I did mention it earlier, but when you're running a legendary Pokemon, experience becomes that much more valuable, just because of it requiring more to get them up in levels, so you really need to commit hard to funneling all the experience early on something like Raikou.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. And we see how that the difference in experience as well. Pika being on the second fight in well, and being almost 2 full levels ahead of Halk, who he didn't do Sprout Tower and missed out on the first 2 trainers worth of experience as well. We could see that experience matter later on. Halk going with right side twins and right side of the gym. We might see a bit of variation in information we see from these 2 fights too. I don't think he saw anything useful on the twins.
I think it was just a Poliwag.
Yeah.
So. And, well, it's a flying type, but not particularly useful information.
No. We'll see what Pika gets from left side, which I'm assuming he'll do. From the rest of us in from Pika, he almost always goes left side.
Yeah, generally right side is a gamble when you... well, it's not a desperation gamble, but it's more of a gamble like, I'm going to get different information than my opponent and bank that if they don't take this side, I'm going to have a huge lead. We might see that happen with Pika taking left, but the safer play is generally to go left because almost everyone goes left unless they think they're going to be behind.
Yeah, right side you see 1 extra poke, so you have that extra chance for information, but left side is faster. It's less movement plus 1 less poke you have to defeat.
Yeah, and this far in, we really haven't seen information on a ton of stuff.
We just saw that Clefable on 31, and that's really it. We see the Golbat now. That's information for the Royal 3 Call 2.
Yeah.
But for that, we still need Berry Juice Alyssa or Noctowl, Fearow, and Rock Move, which we just saw on the Golbat. So Golbat fulfilling 2 goals with Rollout.
Yeah, assuming you can find him around the same level as he is right now. Great.
So I don't think we saw anything on the twins either. I was more focused on the Golbat on Halk's side.
I saw an Ekans on the twins and Lugia on the left side.
That's a big big swing on decisions made in Bugs' gym. That's very important information too.
Yeah, it opens up column 4 for them.
Yeah, that's now pretty much guaranteed if the league is in a good spot. Now, we didn't really see Halq have too many struggles. It went a bit low on Bugsy, but nothing really that's going to give Pika any issues. He's got the extra levels, so it should make light work of it. We're only one fight behind Halq now, so we see how much time Halq actually lost in Slowpoke World there. I believe Halq got a fair few more encounters in Union Cave as well.
Yeah, and he's also been switching out the Kakuna every fight to try to get it up to level 10 to get that evolution, which is also eating into his time.
And I think we'll see the time Pika will save from just using the XP share later on.
Yeah, for all we know, we could just run into the XP share on the main route. So it would be more efficient to do it then. Well, even if you're not gonna go for that goal, which I don't see why you wouldn't, but you can always run into it on the way. There's no reason to evolve so early.
So Halq picking up that Beedrill, which is not a flying type, it is bug poison, so...
It has teleport.
That'll actually be very useful. That might actually save him the time that he was switching it out on fights. Because he will be able to teleport back to Goldenrod after he grabs or talks to the girl at the Stidildo tree.
Yeah, maybe a wild fly skip. Though I really doubt it, but it is a possibility, I guess, at this point.
Keeping the Beedrill in slot 1 for the forest is not a bad idea. Like, it's high enough level that it's not going to have any issues running away, and it'll be able to damage anything useful he finds.
Yeah, won't have to rely on YOLO balling, allow the Pokemon in the forest. And especially with the lack of money items we've seen.
That's a very useful blind type too. Makes he doesn't really have a good move to take anything out with this. That's probably going to kill. Yep.
Yeah, Deep Punch is strong.
Yeah, Outrage locks him into, so he can't use one Outrage and then throw a ball. Hopefully he runs into that Pidgeotto again, because it's very useful for the Pokemon with 4 moves sharing a start goal, because you can teach it Cut Strength, Headbutt, and Fly, and you're done.
Yeah, I mean, with no repels in the forest, you gotta imagine they'll probably run into it again.
Yeah.
But it could be the 10%, so...
It could, yeah. We've seen 4 o'clock slots already with a Growlithe, Stunflora, Poliwrath, Pidgeotto. Getting a lot of information on what's in here already.
Something had 4 moves sharing its type. Oh, Tauros. Okay. So you're just gonna get that goal early on.
Yep.
But I think at the end of the day, Sprout Tower play was not half bad for Pika anyway, even if he doesn't end up using Flash for that goal, because that experience definitely helped him catch up to where Halq is right now, so...
For sure.
Still nothing particularly interesting in the forest, in terms of Pokemon or items. Seed's been pretty dry early on with information, and both runners are sort of just going through the motions, getting to Goldenrod. I'd like to see a coin case play, considering money isn't needed for anything. And oftentimes, and I like looking at those 3 Pokemon personally, and I don't think it's that bad of a call. It's only 1 extra encounter for it. And if it's something like Eevee in the game corner, or something that can evolve pretty early on.
Whew. There we go. Halq at the fishing players gets himself a Wigglytuff, so he doesn't have to go back and find that for Fable.
Yeah, that's
Very
a really
nice.
good find for him.
He's throwing a level ball at it, so I'm not going to risk a breakout. We might see Pika see the Wigglytuff too. He'll know where Halq is. He'll know they're basically... Oh no, never mind, we'll see a Horsey. Not really useful.
We have some people mentioning in chat that maybe Hal thinks that Spikes is a normal type move. Because I'm not sure if he taught over Spikes. I know he taught over... I think he taught over Ice Punch. So he might not actually have 4 normal type moves. Give me a second here, folks.
Oh, good. I fixed it. I just checked Spikes as a Grand Time move, so we have to unlock that for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal, because he's going to end up getting strength eventually.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Just going to be a bit delayed. He realizes now.
Yeah. There we go. Now he's teaching it.
He wants that goal.
Yeah.
Not gonna wait for strength. But I mean, Tweet Sand, obviously. Good utility move.
Yeah. He's got it now. Yeah, I'm sure Sweet Song will be pretty useful there. Oh. Are we seeing Pika fighting a 3-poke trainer for a phone number here, are we?
I believe so, yes.
That's definitely...
Raikou gets teleport too! Oh no. Teleport everywhere.
Not a very optimal trainer to be fighting for a phone number. Seeing as there are a lot more than needed. There are 10, 11, 12 plus trainers with phone numbers that only have 1 poke, so quite a slow trainer to fight. They're all quite low level, so they don't really give any benefit experience-wise.
Yeah, the only...
the trainer just here, yeah, he's got 1 poke, gives a phone number. This is a more optimal trainer to be fighting.
Alright, now it's an exciting time. We get to see what's in the book etching contest. Both trainers are going to be doing it, so we're going to see if there's anything of value here. Hopefully they don't go crazy with it and hang out here too long, because I have seen a couple runs where people have kind of squandered a lot of time looking at a lot of slots. So, but I'm not opposed to staying here for a minute or two and just checking out some slots.
I'll pick up the Zubat just in case the Golbat's in a bad location. Plus it's flying top. Don't think we're going to see him win with either of those pokes. Let's have a look. 16 Drowsy.
Pidgeotto. Nothing that screams first place worthy quite yet.
So level 16 Drowsy is 22% to win the bug catching contest.
Yeah, I would not be banking on that probably, and we've only seen 3 so far, so ideally you want a Pokemon with a large HP pool, or a high level.
Yeah, Pidgeotto was even worse, only a 15% chance to win the contest, so not a great option.
Both runners are now in the same location at the same time. Yeah, nothing in here really looks great, honestly. Maybe the Pupitar?
An 18 Eradicate is looking like the best option that I've seen so far. That'd be very likely to win, but they just have to find a level 18 one.
TM34, not on the card. That's a bummer. Running into TMs that are usually goals and just not having them be on the card is bad feeling. Yeah, nope, that's not first.
Yep, that's second place. Oh, and he resets, so he loses those 2 flying types.
Yeah, the bug catching contest just has garbage in terms of viable Pokemon to win it.
Yeah.
Not a single fully evolved Pokemon, except for the Raticate, I guess, but that's still questionable.
Yeah, even max level at level 18, it's still only 91% to win the contest, so haven't seen a Pokemon that's guaranteed to win yet.
Yeah, we gotta be coming close to all the slots in the contest at this point.
There are 10 slots, so we haven't seen. There's still a couple left, but still haven't seen anything good enough. Oh, Halk seeing those 2 flying types again.
Level 18 Pidgeotto.
That's an interesting one. We'll see what that's like.
With Sweet Scent.
78% to win with that Pidgeotto. Yeah, if he goes for it. That's the move that Raikou wants. Thunder Punch. Oh, Heracross.
Oh, that's really good.
13. It's not quite high enough, but that's very good for the card.
Yeah, I would.
I doubt we'll see him reset this time.
Yeah, you gotta figure Pika probably thinks they're both doing the bug catching contest right now. Well, maybe. Because there's something that would directly give it away. And there's a Charizard. Where were these before?
Yeah. I don't think, because both of these are 13, they're both not great chances. They're both about 1 in 3. Charizard's slightly better, but
33% chance, please. Pika's been throwing so many balls at this Pidgeotto. It only has 4 left. This is actually crazy.
yeah, this is extremely unlikely. He finally gets it on the second last ball.
And even
if he doesn't win with this, did he press no?
Oh no.
He pressed no. Oh, that's a huge timeline. That's really tilting as well, to accidentally not take the Pidgeotto there that you spent so long trying to catch.
Yeah, everything but 2 of his balls he threw.
Yeah.
So, on Alex's end, we have a 18 Swinub, which is probably going to fare worse than the Pidgeotto in terms of winning the contest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a level 17 Charizard. That's almost definitely good enough.
Yeah, that's, I would assume that would be guaranteed to win. Is that Fire Blast? Yeah, it has Fire Blast, that's right. We did see that moveset early on.
Another second place for Halq.
Yeah, 18 Swinub was only a 15% chance, so very unlikely that you got any better than second there. Eradicate also not good enough.
Well, he has a Charizard, I believe.
He has a Charizard. I think he's just looking for that flying type.
Oh, and with the Heracross getting unmarked, Pika can probably put together now at this point that he lost the contest, and so he might be looking for that.
I think quitting out after getting the Heracross was definitely a misplay. Like, at this point, it's definitely faster to just clock reset and not give that information away exactly where the Heracross is. But it looks like Pika might opt to skip the Heracross altogether. It's not in a great spot on the card. It's not in any guaranteed row. It's only part of 2 bingos. And the card is pretty much doable without it, so...
Yeah, with it being a tri-Pokemon square, there's a fair shot that you'll run into Pinsir or Apom somewhere in the run. Or somewhere in the ROM.
So it looks like Charizard picked up Feint Attack. Still, probably not quite good enough. We see a teleport here. Yes, we are.
Yeah, so I mentioned earlier, like, I don't want to see the runners hanging out in the bug catching contest for too long, but with the way it's panning out, it's not so much an option at this point. It's you either forego the square for now.
Or... Alright, we're seeing the benefit of just having that bug catching contest catch calculator up when you're doing runs. Like, choosing to go in with that 18 Swinub was just straight up a misplay. Like, just so unlikely to win with that. There we go. The 17 Charizard. So he's finally done the contest now. But he wants to go back to the Heracross, so we might see him here for another 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it took them, like, between both of them, we only saw the Heracross once, and they've been here for a long while. So, on the other hand, we got Berry Juice info, kind of. We found a Shuckle on that Pokemaniac, so that goal becomes slightly more doable.
We haven't seen anything get dexed yet, though, so we still don't have location.
Pika getting the coin case, so we're gonna get a good look at some of these Game Corner Pokemon. It would be brutal if something like Heracross was there.
Yep.
So let's see.
Ooh, that's Cole 503. Got a Spear in the contest, so that Noctowl Fury goal is doable.
It won't take too much to level it up.
Yeah. That means that we just need Cubone Diglett info and the card is completable, I believe. Oh no, we have Berry Juice, we have that information. So even without that, we have a completable card now, assuming that everything they have information on is in a gettable location. So we might see Call 2, Call 4, Row 3, Row 5, and BLTR. That's the current route that the runners have.
Trying to remember which Pokemon had a rock move.
That was the Golbat.
Yeah, roll out.
And Halk not going for the teleport. He did teach it, but he might be going to check this again. And he might TP after that.
Yeah, this grass has a pretty high encounter rate going over to the TM, so
yeah.
with no repels, it makes it a lot less appealing. Pikalax, though, done with Whitney already.
Yeah, no worries on that spot.
Yeah,
so I did have a Tyranitar, but made the light work for Crabhammer.
Sizable lead now. Starting to build for Pikalax because of that bug catching contest shenanigans.
Yep, not going with the teleport. Yeah, Pika also going for this phone number.
Kenya was nothing special, just a Mr. Mime. And Pika going into this optional.
Doesn't have any Crabhammer PP. That's going to be an issue for the Tyranitar, I think. It's going to make a drain, but it's going to take a few extra turns.
Yeah, I wonder if this was just an accident. It must be. I must have just walked straight up and not thought about going around. Nothing useful out of the 3 Pokemon, so just a waste of time.
Not going for Sludge, which is super effective against Exeggutor as well, so interesting mood choice. We are going to see him go back to the center. He does need the PP, so I'm not sure if he has any way to heal poison as well.
Ampharos, probably not worth switching to. If it had a good move, I'd probably consider it with the Raikou still being pretty mediocre. But it didn't look like it had anything special.
Now, is he picking up the Max Repel? We need to make sure he's restrained and doesn't use that accidentally.
Make sure he doesn't think it's a max potion.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time you get a repel on the card with no repel to tease, just for a reminder that you're struggling.
Yeah, Pika taking the center, watching the build cutscene, so he can pick up Bill's gift poke later on if he so chooses. Selling the Max Repel, good idea. Not buying anything while it's in the part though, so definitely an interesting choice to be taking that and not buying anything.
Fighting with the Kenya.
Yeah, forgot to switch. Switch his Raikou back to the front, I think. I'm fairly sure.
Yeah, that must be the reason I can't see a good.
That's right, he deposited in PC in Equity.
Yeah, and normally Surf is a pretty big power boost to your main, just because it's a high base power move, but with Crabhammer being moderately powerful, I think I want to say it's like 80 base power. Surf isn't going to be doing a whole bunch more that Crabhammer already wouldn't be doing. So it's not going to be the power spike that we are used to from Surf, I don't think.
I think Crabhammer's 65, so it'll be a bit of a boost, but no boost in terms of coverage, just a slight.
Crabhammer.
Yeah, it might be worth checking out. I'm not sure. Well, where are we?
It is 90 base power.
It is 90 base power. There you go.
Yeah, so only a 5%, and more accurate, obviously, but not a huge.
Yes, halqery is 1 in 4 in this game, so yeah, 25%. No, we didn't see either runner DD4 trainers in the national park, so we might see them go back to that later on.
Yeah.
Although they both might be scarred from bug catching contests and might go back there.
Yeah, and I guess like if I was either of these runners, one goal I definitely want to see right now is definitely Endure. Endure makes their route pretty quick. It gives them another opens up top left, bottom right. And they're probably gonna go into the Glacier Badge gym anyway, just for the evolve 4 different Pokemon. So, well, depending on what they get, of course.
And Growth 5, I think they'll be going in for that as well.
Yeah, so that Endure can really speed up the ROM if they run into it, but no guarantees, obviously, it being random and all.
Yeah, if they pick up Endure, I'm fairly sure that we'll see them do all three bingos that he gives them access to.
Oh well, Halk doesn't have info on the Lugia that Pika does.
True.
So...
just the Coal 1 and TLBR then likely. The Evolve 4 is a reasonably slow goal as well. We didn't see either runner pick up anything other than that. We still need to see more.
Well, the Snorlax has Sacred Fire. So, not sure if that was something it started off with. Probably not, but we'll learn it at a reasonable level. Sharpen Tangle too, given Pika some issues with the burn. Doesn't look like he has a physical move to capitalize on that Sharpen though.
So the runner's pretty much tied right now. Only one Pokemon. Both getting burned. And Halk's still at a significant level of advantage.
His Hurl fight isn't pretty. Sacred Fire being strong fire move hits neutral obviously, and the rest of his Pokemon have been just annoying to deal with. Minimize Untangle, exemplifying that well.
Does eventually hit that third Fire Blast. So we have Farfetch'd, a Typhlosion, and something else. Missed the second. There's a water type of some sort, I think.
Yeah, I don't think any of the cries were anything super important. Certainly not a goal on the card. But maybe the Typhlosion would be fun to run into right now, just to switch over to it, but...
Yeah. Might not be the worst idea. No, I guess I can't really repel, so I don't really have a way of finding it. Oh, Halq, doing Kimono Girls after rifle. Interesting. Don't often see that, because it's definitely less optimal in terms of movement, and the Kimono Girl levels often help for the 3 fight.
Yeah, the Rival 3 fight with 4 Pokemon of relatively high level can be scary, and you also get Surf, but in this situation that aspect doesn't matter, but the level certainly would have been nice. Abundance of legendary Pokemon. Not the fire-flying legendary Halq really wants to find, though. He still needs that info on Ho or Lugia.
Yeah, another flying legendary. Is Zapdos showing itself? No useful information there, though. A little scary. Interesting that we didn't see any either on our check TMs and Goldenrod. Picking up an electric move could have been a huge advantage. And there we go. Lugia on an Entro fight, so choosing sides in Bugs' gym ended up not mattering.
Yeah, Halq could be very happy finding that info. That opens up column 4 for him as well. Yeah, in terms of the TMs, I guess Pika sees a road maybe at this point to victory. So he might just forego it completely and just go for them. But there are certainly some slow goals on that route that Winter would help alleviate if you luck into it.
Yeah, we might see him skip, say, the Usain fight and encounter Suicune, because at the moment that's not useful for anything he can do. We might also see him I doubt we'll see no, that might be the only thing we can skip at the moment. I think all other goals that they have info on are required. They can skip Mineral Badge, actually. Yeah, they can skip Mineral Badge.
Like if they don't have info on either Flaffy or the Cubone or Diglett, so...
Yeah, so Mineral Badge and Encounter Suicune might be the two things that we see skipped.
Yeah, hopefully also these runners do remember that Golbat has the rock move and what level it was at, because it's pretty important. I don't think we've seen any Pokemon with another rock move up until this point, so...
I don't think so. We haven't seen either of them dex it yet, so we still don't even know if it's in a obtainable location.
Yeah, it's one of those small things that you already are trying to remember so much as you're going through the ROM that it can be easy to forget something as simple as a rock move, but obviously in this context it's pretty dang important with that it being that middle square.
So we see Pika finishing up Morty about 109, which is definitely I want to say slower than our tournament average for Morty. Both of them spending a fair bit of time in bug catching contests, which is why this time is slightly higher than we usually see.
Yeah, generally. Well, that That and also they did defeat all 8 trainers on Route 32, and Pika also ended up doing Sprout Tower. So I guess all that considered, it's a fairly respectable time, but still kind of slow in terms of most seeds.
There we go. Halk is seeing that Logia for the first time, which he'll be pretty happy about.
Yeah, stab Psybeam. I mean,
It might have? I'm not sure. I didn't see. Did we see Sandstorm?
we
Don't
did see
remember.
Sandstorm, yes.
Did we?
We
Okay.
did. I thought Sandstorm was ground, but it must be.
No, Sandstorm is rock actually, which is an interesting one to keep a lookout for. It's pretty hard to miss when you're watching that animation. But somehow I did. Now we only saw Pika check the game clock poke, so I think he's the only one with that information on Spiro.
Yeah, the Dodrio has Sandstorm.
There we go. That's A-bomb.
That is a bomb. That is a good pickup, considering the only other place we saw Heracross was the bug catching contest. So
Still not really useful, but not really in any a good spot. But it's still worth picking out.
yeah, if the game's gonna throw you one, you're not gonna turn it down.
Yeah, for sure.
Could help if they. Well, even then, they still have to evolve the Spearow from the game corner, but if they end up running into Cubone or Diglett, I guess that opens up column 5 for them. And he might be more inclined to do the fight on Kindwood to get the encounter for Suicune on Route 42. Because then all they would need are Flathy or a Skip Bloom.
It's definitely worth considering because if he does pick that up, then there are some slower goals that he could end up skipping.
Alright, and Shucky is... we'll never know. Well, not yet, anyway. Wudo?
It looks like it.
No rock move. I saw Disable and Die Beam. Some junk.
No.
Alright, well, Pika gonna be the first one to get Fly. Gonna start entering his cleanup phase soon-ish. He's still gonna head over to Lake of Rage, almost definitely, because there are a couple of goals that are on that side of Johto that he's gonna need to pick up.
Yeah, we'll probably also see him check that TM behind Lake of Rage as well.
And getting that TM almost always worth it, especially considering you can just fly straight over to Lake of Rage right afterwards, and you can avoid the trainers relatively easily, so... And as I say that...
An optional trainer for Halk. It's a scary bit of movement there. We see some of the less experienced or less confident in their execution runners who are less confident just take the ledges up down. Because you have to move left one tile before that trainer, otherwise they'll see you. And he bumped into the ledge there, which messed up his muscle memory and ended up hitting this trainer with 3 pokes.
And none of which are great for him to run into, really. Oh, there's
Yeah.
Flaffy.
That's in Chuck's gym, so we might see him do the now.
Yep, that gives him a fair bit more options now. Gives him Road 2, and Column 3 can now be completed as soon as he catches something with a rock move.
I think before he does the UC fight, I think it's definitely important that he dexes that Flaffy to make sure it's actually useful for him.
And the Golbat, I think, as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got the. We haven't seen any dexes yet, so we're still yet to see where the Lugia is. The Golbat, the Flaffy, and I think that's it. And a Shuckle.
Yep, that sounds about right. So, Hulk going into the lighthouse, or not, maybe he's opting against it. I definitely don't think he should be going in there quite yet. There is that TM in there, of course, but the lighthouse is a pretty heavy investment.
Especially when you have nearly enough information to skip it at this point.
Yeah, and this... I mean, he's not getting an encounter here, which is more of a curse than it is a blessing with that Apipom being here. I mean, he does have Heracross info, but he doesn't really want to go back to the bug catching contest and reset for that. So
yeah, there was really no indication of where Pika was when he got that encounter, because we hadn't seen anything marked on the card for almost 20 minutes. Well, for Pika, he hadn't marked anything in nearly 20 minutes.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, fortunate find.
This ROM is stacked with that goal. Is that nowhere?
I mean, it is Suicune.
He's checking his Suicunes on Route 42 if he can skip this fight or not.
Pika can commit anyway to this fight. Now that he does have that Flaffy info.
What was the did he dex the Flaffy?
I'm not sure he did, actually. I don't think he did.
I think we just saw this. All I saw was the Suicune dex, but I was slightly distracted by the pincer.
Same here. But I don't think he did. I think he just picked the fly and went checked Suicune.
Yeah. So we'll be seeing that goal mark very shortly.
Oh, there's a
yeah, the Suicune in check with how that goal works. If Suicune is on Route 42, if you encounter it there in the wild, it actually counts for that goal, which would have meant you could have possibly skipped the UC fight. But
yeah, the odds of that actually happening pretty low generally.
Yeah, and it's rarely faster as well.
We do have that Spearow now, level 22, so I think it's just level up and evolve straight away. So he's not gonna have to opt for that game corner Spearow. Though that goal still isn't the greatest, because he would need to go to he would either need to go all the way to Blackthorn or find a Cubone or Diglett to make any real use out of it.
Yeah, it's. I think, in my opinion, it was definitely more important for him to check the Fluffy for the UC fight, because if he does check the Fluffy now and it's in Tin Tower, Well Islands, Mount Silver, or just nowhere, he's basically just effectively wasted a couple of minutes. Really he's not going to be able to make anything of unless he lucks into TM20 somewhere. There is a reasonable chance that they do find TM20. I think it's about 75% that the RAM TM is in Johto, with the other random TM locations being in Kanto.
Yeah, well, TM18 being like a rage TM, not the one they need.
No.
We do get a good look at this shiny, though.
Yep. Hopefully it's useful. Cubone Diglett. That's not.
Nope. Persian, no value on the card in terms of any goal. Hal gonna be picking up his Flaffy info right now, I believe. This is the train there.
So it'll be interesting to see where Pika goes after this. He's got a few options. We'll probably see him deck some stuff first. A few things he will need to do. Glacier Badge, he'll need to go back to Violet to pick up his XP share.
Yeah, and we have a lot of potential paths to victory, but they're all contingent. Oh, there's Golbat info.
32. That's good. That's a good location. Oh, that's 31, sorry.
Flaffy
is on 42 of Blackthorn Water. Oh, that's Violet Water. That's very good. Okay, so good locations there. So at the moment, I think we'll see both of the runners head back to Violet, search for the Lugia, search for the Golbat, which hopefully knows the rock move, although it will be, if it's not in the water, significantly lower level than the one they saw, so it may not have learned it yet, but they will have the option of leveling it up until it learns it, because we did. The one they saw was about level 14, I think, so not too much of an investment XP-wise.
And it being a center goal, high priority, obviously, so they're gonna... Yeah, I mean, yeah, it sucks to level it up, but almost certainly required to make the seed code buy faster.
Yeah.
And I guess another thing to mention is that they're still pretty close. Hulk is a little bit behind in terms of progression, about one gym. But it depends. It's gonna all come down really to the cleanup, I think.
Yeah. So Pika going for the Golbat, it looks like, or he's just got the XP share.
Going for the TM.
I don't think. Did Pika do the dex thing or did Hal?
It was Hulk that did the next thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So Pika actually doesn't know that the Golbat is here and the Lugia is here. So he's actually, by not doing the dexing, he's basically forced himself into an extra fly.
Unless he checks it right now.
Yeah. He could go back.
Not checking. Doesn't look like it.
He's
Doing
headbutting the trees. Interesting.
I don't know why he would be doing this. I guess he has or Diglett, but
he has a goal. He has a path to win. So this is definitely an interesting play for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he should. There we go. I think he's finally checking his Pokemon.
Flying types. Okay, that's on 33. We've got one. 33 is flying type.
Dodrio are not in great spots, doesn't look like.
33 is a 7 slot, so that's actually
Oh, it was on 33. Yeah, I didn't catch that,
Yeah.
but that was Dark Cave.
Yeah. Doing Glacier Badge now. I don't like the delaying the dexing so much. It really makes your late game routing really inefficient if you dex everything right at the end.
Yeah, because you could very well be picking up goals that are not required at all. It's basically the sooner you solidify your end game route and you have these are the goals I'm going to do, you do that because it's very, very possible, and it is in fact the case that Pika has a path to victory right now.
He does. He has 6 doable rows. He's probably going to skip the very juice. He has the shuckle information, which hasn't checked, so he's most likely going to skip very juice elixir and go for the Flaffy skip limb instead. So he has a way to finish the card right now. So in my opinion, he should be dexing what he needs and going to catch those ASAP. Halq making in my opinion, the right play here. He's going straight for the pokes he has information on, so he's got the Lugia and Violet now. He's most likely going to go straight to Route 31 after this. And with catching these pokes early on in your cleanup, you can run into other stuff on the card. So he could run into that Cubone Diglett, pick up the flying type so he doesn't have to look for them later. If the Golbat doesn't have a rock move, something else he catches good as well. So I think this is just the best play for Halq right now.
Yeah, maybe with that Lugia goal popping up, it'll inspire Pika to be like, huh, well, I haven't really checked out any of the other goals on the card, so maybe I should do that right now. Certainly be better for him in the long run to do it sooner. He's already put it off a fair amount, like as we've talked about.
Stab Psychic Lugia. Hopefully we see him he had the information the Golbat was on 31 there, so he really should have grabbed that while he was there. That's an extra fly he's going to have to do.
Getting the haircut now. Put that off for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
finally getting
shuffle information for him.
Yep. Forgot that was even here, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Pika now, after seeing that goal pop up, it's like, okay, I should be looking at these now.
Yeah. So he sees it's on 31. And did he check the Lugia?
He did, yeah. He knows it's in Violet.
Yeah, so he knows they're both there, so he'll likely grab both right now. Probably would have been more optimal to get Lugia first, but not too much worse. The other way around.
Yeah, it might be on the water here. Because I didn't see either of the runners run into it on their way through, and they were looking for main still at the time.
I think we saw 3 or 4 here, so definitely could be in the water for sure. Hey, there we go. It's not on the card, but you can run into stuff that's hard goals to find. So if we saw making Yap on the card, that would have been a very good play to look for your main, for your folks early on.
Picking up the bill number, finishing out his phone book.
It's interesting we didn't see pick up phone numbers from the national park trainers. It's likely going to be something they're going to have to do.
See what the Eevee is. Charmander. Okay, well, nothing important. Going to check the game corner, praying for the Cubone or Diglett. Going to be disappointed though. Not even a flying type, I don't think. Oh, it's
that is a Spearow, but Halq already has a so
yeah, not a new flying type for him.
So it'll be interesting to see where Halk goes now. He might be going straight for national, which I think is a good play. So he's gonna have to do it at some point. So.
Yeah, that'll give him another bingo once he gets the rock type move.
It's a flying type Pika.
Not the one he's looking for though. It might be the rare encounter here on the water or in the grass.
It's definitely a 10% from what we've seen so far. Very close race though at the moment. Both runners with 10 goals, both in cleanup. So it's really down to who executes this well. That's a scary Snorlax. That was. How many flying types has Pika got? 3. So, and did we see how many health? God, I sorry checked it, but I didn't actually see that.
I did not catch the number, but I feel like it's been more than Pika.
Yeah, I know. He got the Zubat and the Pidgeotto. He's got the Spearow and the Charizard, so he's got at least 4. So we'll just say it's 4. Yeah. He'll get another one. Oh, and he's got the Lugia, so
at least 5.
When he gets the Golbat and evolves his Spearow into Fearow, he's done his flying types. So he doesn't need to catch it anymore.
That is, of course, if Golbat decides to play nice.
Yeah, so we're seeing Pika has some issues with her.
There it is.
There it is in the grass, okay. He's hoping it still has roll out.
Let's also hope it doesn't have explosion or anything like that for Pika's sake. Or for either of these runners' sake, really. Though they do have a level ball, so...
I believe Pika used his... I'm not sure. I know someone used their level.
Yes, and it's probably Halk with the level ball then? Yep, well, that confirms no rollout on the Golbat yet, so they're gonna have to do some grinding with it, but it's...
Yeah. Most likely just gonna have to equip that for... Well, this is the thing with catching your pokes first. If he had delayed Glacier Badge, he could have used that. But he still has the National Park Trainers to do, so he'll probably level it up on that. And he's gonna fly to Violet. Nope, he's not gonna get the Lugia now. Okay. So neither runner optimizing their catch routes there and getting both at the same time. Does he have the Golbat with him, is the question. Doesn't look like he's leveling the Golbat for the rock move.
Did he forget?
At this point, it's been a long time since the Boxy fight, so he may well have. That's one of the big benefits of keeping track of stuff like that on just a notepad or something while you're going along.
Yeah, I mean, it is a goal, so...
We're seeing a pretty messy cleanup from both players here. How probably slightly cleaner.
Alright. He cut that grass away, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it might be just one of those situations where you're more fixated on the actual goal of the Golbat, because that is the only Pokemon they've seen in terms of Coughing Primer, I believe. So, you know, he probably's like, I need to get this goal, but he's not remembering that it's also another condition to get him another goal.
Yeah. I'm not sure how close Pika is to his max phone book, but there is one number he can get here. And I don't think he'll be far away. We saw him pick up a fair few early on. He got 2 on 34. He's got Bill's number. He picked up one from Arnie and the youngster at the start, so he can't be more than 1 or 2 away. Halk looking for encounters. Again, I don't know why. They both have information to finish, so searching here is really not an ideal play.
He also caught the Nidorino, and I didn't catch a reason why he would.
No, I'm not. He might have just been checking random pokes for a rock move, honestly. I'm guessing at this point they've probably both completely forgotten about the Golbat with rock rollout. What else did we see? We saw a Dodrio, I think, with Sandstorm, which I think Pika... Did Pika check the Dodrio or did Halk?
I'm pretty sure it was Halk.
Halk, okay, so... Halk might be going for the flying type Dodrio. It's not really important, the flying type, but the Dodrio does have Sandstorm, so that could be the rock move poke he's going for. But if he's going on 33, significantly low level when he store it on Morty.
Yeah, at the very least, Halk has been remained conscious of that Dodrio. I don't see any reason why he would pick that flying type to check in his Pokedex over all the others, so I'm pretty sure it's Halk at least has been cognizant of that aspect of it.
Okay, Halk's looking for the Flappy. Interesting. With what he's seen, he's got a fair idea at the 10% too, and he saw it was on one other route. Yeah, 42 in Blackthorn Water. Like, Blackthorn Water could be a very good place to look. It just takes a fair bit of getting to having to navigate Ice Path, but one of the benefits of going through Ice Path is you can check the random TM, and there's a fair few item balls if he wants to continue searching for Berry Juice Elixir.
Yeah, and it does open up the black glasses.
Yeah.
And he does have Fearow info, technically, with the Fearow in the game corner.
At the moment, Black Glasses is going to be something he's going to need to get. He's got that Spearow that's like 1 level away from a Fearow, and a rock move is going to be pretty important just to complete the card in general. So the Black he's going to have to go to Blackthorn most likely anyway. So I think that's probably the best place to look for this Flappy. Still checking for a Berry Juice Elixir. So at the moment, I think Ice Path is probably a good place to go to get that Fluffy and the items along the way. Looks like he's going to 42, which is another interesting play. Oh, actually, he hasn't gone to the Gyarados yet, has he?
No, he has not been on this side.
That makes sense.
He's not been on the side of Johto at all yet.
That's so I just got confused. 138 in and not having done Gyarados. This is interesting.
Yeah, he opted to go straight for cleaning up some goals after getting Fly, whereas Pika just continued and did the more standard route of going to Lake of Rage.
He does need to pick up the items from Lance to get a fair few of these goals as well. He needs the XP share, he needs Black Glasses. So yeah, he's going to have to do that.
Pika checking the TM in Rocket Hideout. Probably, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing an Electrode or some of the trap Pokemon here. Cubone or Diglett is still something that would be nice to find, for sure.
Pika gonna check some items just in case there's a Berry Juice or Elixir down here. Pika's got a bit of a lead on Halk. It's a 4-goal, 3-goal lead.
Yeah, 3-goal lead.
One of which is very quick for Pika to get with the 4 moves sharing its type.
The only real advantage, and this is still like not necessarily an advantage for Hulk right now, is the fact that I think at the very least he remembers that Jodrio has a rock move. And if Pika does not remember that, that is actually a really, really, really huge disadvantage in terms of Pika, because that being a center square and it opening up a ton of bingos for both of them.
Also, Pika hard resetting here, which is a lot slower than soft resetting. So that's about 7 seconds lost to hard reset.
There's Flaffy.
Hey, there we go. That's one way to get it, I guess.
Yeah, and with all the time Hulk has spent looking for Flaffy, I mean, normally going to Rocket Hideout is pretty slow for a Pokemon, but in this situation, it's actually really quick. Alright, well, nothing else of value in Rocket Hideout, but that flat fee.
Just getting the Jigglypuff for a Stone Poke, I think, to the Evolve 4, which I think is also an interesting play, because Evolve 4 is in a really bad spot. He'll have to go back and do all of Lighthouse and Jasmine if he wants to make use of that.
Or maybe he's banking on running to Endure in Ice Path, but that's obviously not very likely at this point. But I mean, he YOLO balled in and was caught in one ball, so I guess it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, he has that option if he does find what he needs for Row 1. Team 26, not going to do it for him. Looks like we'll be checking Ice Path now, I would assume. Going for black glasses. And doesn't need the Fluffy in water anymore. Oops. You got the Pikachu for a Stone Poke as well. Interesting that they're both going for that goal. But it's not in a great spot, but
yeah, they might just have the mentality of, well, it's a goal, and it helps me proceed towards that goal, even if it doesn't necessarily, like, get them any sort of real advantage quite yet.
So let's see. For Pika to finish, he needs his flying types, he needs a rock move, that'll give him 4, and then he can either finish with Noctowl Fury and Black Glasses, or he can go Mineral Badge, defeat Evolve 4. Or he can luck into TN20 and Black Glasses sharing type. So he has a few different ways of finishing here. Or he can just luck into very just here and not do it all. But Hulk's still a fair way from finishing.
Let's see. Hulk will hopefully eventually get that middle square, which will give him column 3. Column 4 gives him a bingo. Row 3. And then BLTR. Oh, that's why he caught the Nidorino, right? Evolution.
So he's got the Pikachu and the Nidoking, plus he got the Kakuna and the Beedrill. This is 4 done.
Yeah, and then row 5 would be 5 bingos for Halq. So they both have a path to victory at this point. But
we're most likely going to see both runners go for the match, which is considerably slow goal.
yeah, if they're really gonna, I mean, if they're really gonna bank on going up the lighthouse anyway, I guess there is that extra TM in there. But they're what? They only have 2 TMs left. Well, no, I guess they have Burnt Tower. So they have a couple more TM slots they can check, and ultimately, if they find it, it would be faster than going and doing a mineral badge. But at this point, it's almost 2 hours into the seed. And they know they're relatively close to each other. Halq probably feeling a bit further behind.
Seems he hasn't done the shiny yet.
Yeah. But yeah, I think at this point I would stop. If I was Pika, I would stop banking on finding a TM and just go for the goals. Because if he just does all the goals to give him the Cinco bingo, there's no way Halq will probably catch up at this point. But that is obviously if he just goes straight for those goals, which he doesn't seem to be doing right now. Still kind of gambling on... Well, I guess he is going for black glasses, but he is kind of gambling on TM locations. I would feel safer in saying that he's going for just straight victory right now if he caught something.
What's he doing? What's he doing? He has the fluffy already. What's he doing? He's gonna realize though. He's realized straight away because he got a. Sorry, that Fluffy's very accessible in Blackthorn now. 60 most likely.
Pika making his way through Dark Cave without Flash pretty easily, even though he does have Flash.
It's a trade book. Not that he needs it. He ran away. No. So, Halq picking up his junk from Lance, 147. Interesting. We got there.
Yeah. That obviously is because he had a lot of goals out of the way for those who were not around earlier. He did not go straight to Lake of Rage after Fly. He opted to get some of the other clean goals for that.
No, wrong way. Damn it. Finding the trainer with 2 extra folks in Price's gym here. If you go straight ahead when you're in the gym, you can fight a trainer with 1 instead. Looks like Pika's going back into Dark Cave to grab its TM. The TM20.
Yeah, Pika bonking quite a bit in Dark Cave. Probably wouldn't have hurt just to...
Teach Flash, yeah.
Yeah. Probably gonna either lose time or break even. So, if you're not 100% confident in your Dark Room movement, just teach Flash if you have it. Takes 5 seconds. There's the Dark Cave level 30. Not on the card, but would have been nifty.
Did we see Aerodactyl with a rock move? I can't remember. It's just a flying type for Pika though.
I want to say I haven't. know they ran into an Aerodactyl on a trainer, but I don't think it was anything.
Alright, I remember it having something, a good move. I can't remember what it was. It might have just been a strong move rather than something for the card. 46, not the right one today. Where are we going? Goldenrod. I think he might be buying the Spirit. That's my assumption of what's going to happen here.
Yeah, and he's still looking for those rock moves, looks like.
Yeah. They both saw multiple rock moves. Golbat had Rollout. Dodria had Sandstorm. Both runners saw it. So, Pika currently has a Golbat, but it's lower level than the one he saw, so it hasn't actually learned it yet. So if he levels up that Golbat, he can get her up. But I think we've come to the conclusion that he's forgotten that Golbat had Rollout.
There's Skiploom. Not what he wanted, but he'll take it.
And it's got a rock move!
Oh baby. That is a nifty find. And you gotta figure, like, Pika might think that it was a lower level Flaffy or a higher level Flaffy and that has the rock move.
Yes, because they didn't see Skiploom at all.
Yeah. So there could be some tricks from Halk's side.
Yeah.
Pika chooses
So,
to believe that.
That puts Halk in quite a good spot. He's only one goal behind Pika, but center goal is very important. That gives Halk access to a much faster card completion than Pika. Pika's going to have to do at least 20 goals. Halk can polish this off in, what? XP share, encounter Suicune. And what's that for? And then he just needs...
Row 3?
I guess row 3, or Mineral Badge is probably the slow way, and it looks like he's going for it, so...
Yeah,
like we're going to see Mineral Badge, XP share, and encounter Suicune, and he's done. So it just needs those 3 guaranteed goals. So it's all down to what Pika can find, really. Like, honestly, Halk is in the lead right now because of that rock move.
Yeah, and Pika doing Lighthouse as well, so going for Mineral Badge. They're basically tied at this point.
Yeah, and well, Pika to finish, he has 2... He needs his flying types. Without a rock move, this is just really hard for Pika to finish. He did see that Spearow, but that's not going to give him anything without a rock move. Honestly, I'm not sure if this is completable for him without that.
Yeah. To clarify for Grandra, we are running a Cinco bingo tournament, so 1 bingo is not enough. You need 5 bingos to win, so both runners are going towards that right now.
Yeah, Pika currently has 2. Halk has 1, I think. Oh, 2. He has 2 as well. So both runners are on 2. But we're saying, this has been a very interesting race. Both runners not picking up on information or just completely forgetting about it during the race and making some very questionable decisions throughout so far. We'll have a very interesting post-game interview, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was looking like Pika was going to run away with it, but that's just what happens when you forget something as vital as the centered square. I mean, I'm sure other people are obviously susceptible to the same mistake, but...
For sure, we've all done it, that's for sure. It's a very easy thing to forget. When you only see 2 moves and one of like Rollout and Sandstorm are two of the rock moves that they don't have a rock in the name. Not like Rock Throw, not like Rock Slide. They're not easy ones to recognize when you do see them. But yeah, they're just
Another optional.
Halq giving Pika every opportunity right now. Pika going to check the TM. This if this is 20, this could be the Pika comeback.
Yeah, it has to be TM20 though, and this is not what you want to be banking on.
Exactly, Easton. He would be doing it if he remembered. That's our thinking right now.
Yeah, it's very likely that he just forgot that Golbat has rollout at this point, because he must have prioritized it as a goal on the board and forgot about the fact that it led to another goal. That's the only thing we can think of, really. Because it wasn't a high level; it was level 14 or something, so it was completely reasonable to get that goal, especially considering he got the Glacier badge to begin with.
Yeah, like just a couple of fights in the gym, and he would have been high enough level. I might check what his moves, but I couldn't have thought it would be at level 14.
Yeah, and that TM was TM 28, so 8 numbers off of what he really needs right now.
Yeah, so Golbat picks up moves at 6 and 12, so it could have either been the 12 move, so it could have been as little as 2 levels on that Golbat to get rollout. Ooh, that's a Magikarp. Is that an encounter?
That is an encounter, yeah. He used the old in all of
We might see the Elixir here. Not that he needs it. He has a guaranteed path to victory with XP Share Black. XP Share Mineral Badge and encounter Suicune, but this is just a little bit of a meme at this point. That's right. Hopefully it's a big Magikarp. That'll effectively let him skip Mineral Badge, although he's done the Lighthouse on 3, so he might be able to skip the encounter Suicune instead. We'll see how this Raikou copes with the Jasmine fight too. It shouldn't be too bad. It's got Sir. That's all it really needs. But the Jasmine fight can be a bit trolly. A bit of sync again. Oh, this is amazing. So, what do we got? 1, 2, that will give 3, 4. Yeah, so if Pika gets the rock move, he just needs flying types. So, if I think Pika's chance to win here, there's the Noctowl. At this point, that's not really that useful for him without a rock move. But hopefully for Pika's chance of winning right now is dexing flying types and finding one with a rock move, honestly. That's how Pika's going to win this race. So if he goes for the Dodrio on 33, or just finds something random.
Yeah, the Noctowl's, I guess, marginally more useful for Pika than it is for Halq, because Pika doesn't have He doesn't know the location of the higher level Spearows, he just knows the game corner location.
Mm.
So
What's the game corner one? Level 15?
I think it was 15, yeah.
15. It was a middle one, I think, yeah, the middle cost.
Gonna hand in the Magikarp for the hopeful elixir. It would be nice. Nope, no dice.
No bingo. So how big does it need to be? 5 foot. I can't remember. He's going to be fishing for some bigger ones. Come on, Hal. You have a path to without this randomness. Mineral badge, XP share, encounter Suicune. Come on.
Noctowl is not in.
He's going. Oh, Pika looking for the Dodrio. It sees it's on 33. Are we going to see the comeback from Pika? If the Dodrio still knows Sandstorm, we could see a comeback here. But they saw a level 22 Dodrio.
Yeah, it was a higher level Dodrio.
Yeah, significantly higher. It learns 3 moves since... So it needs to be the one move that is not getting forgotten. Pretty much. So there's a 1 in 4 chance that this Dodrio still that knows the Sandstorm already.
And this is also assuming that Pika remembers that the Dodrio knows Sandstorm, or
yeah,
you know, that he learns it. But
he did dex it, so worst case scenario is he just catches the Dodrio and levels it up until it learns it. It's level 9, level 13, level 21, and move is when it learns moves. So
at this point, I think he's just catching it because it's a flying Pokemon. Honestly,
yeah.
So he's gonna need to get lucky here, I think. But who knows?
Hmm. And we're going again. Magikarp number 2. It's about 1 in 3, I think, to win. The elixir. No bingo again. Oh, come on. Skip the goal. No. This is very frustrating for me. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, both runners now past the 2-hour point. So it's been a longer seed than it's really needed to be.
Oh boy. This definitely could have been a 140.
Well, he's not getting the Dodrio because he found a Ladybug or a Ladian.
I think he knows that it has Sandstorm. I think he's going to stay. He knows it learns it. That's why he's staying. But it's the question of whether it has it or not. At this point, I think he's going to search for the Dodrio and level it up for this rock move, which is going to give Halq. This is more than enough time. More than enough time for Halq to do the 3 goals he needs to finish. But he's, for some reason, fishing for a Magikarp.
Oh man. Yeah, maybe it's just nerves at this point for Halq. Maybe he feels like he's losing.
Yeah.
But at this point, he is very much in the lead, and just he needs to finish up the few goals he has left.
Jasmine's not here yet. I'm pretty. Oh, no, she is. All right, no, just Just do it. Come on. End this misery.
Pika's still going for TMs. Yeah, it must be that. Well, what I think we're seeing here is that both runners think the other one is just about to finish. So
we're seeing.
So Pika doesn't want to risk losing, so he's going and trying to find the lucky TM to assure his victory. And Halq thinks that he's losing, so he's trying to get the quicker goals to make sure he doesn't lose to Pika. Neither of them are just going for the straight goal they have to win. They might be mind gaming themselves a fair bit here.
Yeah, they're both definitely overthinking. Pika just memeing at this point. Naming his Tangela QZW. So we haven't seen. What haven't we seen? We haven't checked the Goldenrod Underground TM.
I feel like Pika might have, but I could be mistaking that with the Rocket Hideout TM. But
I don't think we've seen that. That's the only one I can think of that we haven't seen yet, because we saw every other TM, I believe. I think the Tojo one is the one we haven't seen yet, but we won't be seeing that, I don't think, for runners. So it does require, I believe it requires Claire's badge to waterfall, so it is waterfall. We're just grinding Burn Tower now. Interesting. Mineral badge, XP share, and encounter switching, and then we're done. So close. He checked all the TMs, okay, so it's just okay, so Halq realizes he has path to win here. Hopefully. He's going for Easting, maybe.
Pika going for the Desperation, Sweet Sense, and Ice Path. Trying to find a rock move, maybe.
It's a rock Pokemon. It's close.
Though I guess if he finds Cubone, oh, he must be looking for Cubone or Diglett as well. Yep, he's just gonna catch Pokemon and pray they have a rock move. While simultaneously trying to find a Cubone or a Diglett.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, Halq looking like he's about to finish up in the next couple minutes.
Yep. Halq about to pick up his maiden tournament victory. Most likely. Most likely.
Unless this Igglybuff has Rock Slide or something.
Well, I mean, even with the rock move, Pika's still not quite there, is he?
Gives him column
4, I think. No, sorry, that does give him 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
BLTR.
XP share, and that's it. Here we go.
I guess if you're going to do this, I would just go to the Like, instead of catching Pokemon here, I would just go to the Goldenrod Game Center, check all 3 Pokemon there, because you have the money for it, and pray they have a rock
Hey,
move.
look, the Shelter with a rock move. See you later.
And that is GG.
Yeah, GG. Hulk picking up the W, the win. Continuing on in the losers bracket.
Yeah, and with that, Pika unfortunately dropping out of the tournament. What a race, folks.
Yep. Yep, what a race, that's for sure. See if we can get the runners.
It was a nail biter.
Norms, you're never allowed to make a ROM again.
Well, you forgot about Golbat having a rock move. Not my fault.
Golbat had... I checked Golbat, he doesn't have a rock move.
He had one at level 14, so you had to level him up twice.
Jesus Christ. Did I actually see that?
You saw it on Bugsy.
There was a while where I'd given up. When I was sitting there on the route before Mahogany, just sweet sending over and over in vain for a Flaffy, I was like, I don't really care anymore. And then I got the rock type move, and I'm like, I can win this.
It was just...
Oh my god!
I
actually found Magikarps. I found Magikarps in Olivine water fishing.
Yeah, we wanted to talk to you about that because at that point you had path to victory. All you needed was XP share and encounter Suicune, and you spent 5 minutes plus looking for a Magikarp.
Yeah, I forgot about Suicune.
Yeah,
for the last moment. And then I was like, oh shit, I can go do that and then win.
Yeah, there was the Golbat and Slowpoke well for you, Pika, that had rollout, and me
it was
and...
Bugsy. Bugsy
it was Bugsy, yeah. And me and Storm were...
I was just thinking about the Golbat. I completely forgot about rollout.
The Dodrio also had Sandstorm.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
And the bug catching contest, that was the first sign of, oh god, I'm gonna lose this. Because I found the Heracross there.
Both of you had the same problem.
Yeah, both of you guys are struggling to finish up the bug catching contest. You guys
were both there for 6-7 minutes.
So I caught a Pidgeotto. It took me like almost all of my balls, but I already had a Zubat, and I accidentally pressed B.
We saw that was really depressing. It had a reasonable chance of winning, I think. 30% that the Pidgeotto would have won the contest.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's why it was especially.
But yeah, we were surprised neither of you dexed the Shuckle as well, because you both got Shuckle info in Underground.
That was going to be my next move if the.
Yeah, I gave two Magikarps to the guy, and I was just like, I'm done with this. But I don't know if anybody knows this, but I had a side bet with Lycanoob for this tournament. If either of us went 0-2 in this tournament, we had to do a really long category in Pokemon Mr. and Blue Rescue Team. So I don't have to do that anymore.
In case you were wondering about Shuckle. Check this.
What about Shuckle?
Meme Island. Nowhere else.
Is that it? Okay. Alright.
That doesn't sound like a problem.
Well,
it's only 65 slots?
Oh my god, that card was awful.
I actually have a question for both of you. So it felt like towards the end, Pika was desperately looking for TMs everywhere in hopes of getting Endure. And Halk, you were doing the Magikarp stuff. Like, I almost thought that both of you were trying, like, were kind of getting into your own heads a bit. Assuming the other person was right on the verge of finishing, and that you were both going for these like desperation plays when both of you could have just gone for like the Dodrio or the 3 goals.
The Dodrio info I had was shit. It was Ice Path and Route 33, and one other place that I can't get to until like.
What did you need a Dodrio for?
The Dodrio had a rock type move, and that was.
I'll look up. I'll look up this info on the Golbat. Hold on.
I was going to... Okay, so the reason I went below Ecruteak was because that's where Magikarp was on my Pokedex. And I just started sweet sending, and then I saw the skip. I'm like, all right, cool, I have that goal now. And then I saw it use Rock Slide, and my heart just stopped.
Yeah, the Golbat learned rollout at 12, and the Dodrio learned Sandstorm at 9.
Okay, was there a Flaffy on the route before Mahogany?
Yes.
Was it in the grass?
Uh,
Is there any
it
other place it could be
was. Here we are. No, it was not. It was in the water.
Okay, I was like, there's no way it was in the grass because I sat there for way too long doing that. Yeah, I don't know.
It was the 60% in the water.
Okay, so I should have just gone in the water. Okay.
Well, I mean,
But I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like you going into the water there might have just spelt. This would have been a much longer seed if you didn't go into the water there.
Oh,
Or
my
if you did go into the water.
and also, one of the funniest things was Pika getting his Fluffy as one of the electrodes.
I caught a Flaffy and then immediately forgot that I caught a Flaffy.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw him getting black, as soon as I saw Pika getting black glasses and stuff like that, I'm like, it's over. It's over. Like, I'm just gonna fish for my fish and hope for the best.
Did you
and then
not?
I just completely wrote off the Suicune. It was not even in my head. I was like, all right, mineral badge, experience share, berry juice, and go back coughing grimer.
I'll also let you guys know that the Shelder that you both saw on Route 30 had a rock move.
Oh, fuck. I was thinking of catching that.
I didn't need it. That was after I'd already caught Skiploom. But, Pika, that was a really good race, dude.
Yeah, it was.
That was a really good race on a really shit card.
I know. Oh my god. Storm.
The funniest, yeah. It was, anyway, that was interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I hope I was at least entertaining.
Yeah, yes, it was definitely entertaining.
I guess at the very least, at the very least, the one takeaway both of you can have from this is remember those rock moves because there aren't very many, and that would have been a game changer for both of you.
I hate how rock moves was. I hate how a rock move decided this game.
Yeah.
Like
that doesn't rock at all. I'll just leave you with this pick of Wigglyvoo.
Yeah, Pika would have actually won had he found a rock type Pokemon or Pokemon with a rock type move because he already had 3.
Yeah, it was just the only thing he needed.
A W is a W.
All right. Well, do we have any other closing thoughts from any of you?
I love this game so much. I love sweet scenting in National Park and it giving me no encounters. I don't know what that was about.
That was
where was Diglett and Cubone? Let's just check.
Yeah, I need some closure on that.
I also need. Well, I can't get
in before Kanto only
because it's not in the log, but.
Tower and Ice Path floor 3 and Route 39.
39 is
okay. Well surfing. Diglett was in Diglett's cave. What do you mean?
What kind of rando?
What kind of rando?
All right.
You got Magikarps on the fishing rods? What kind of rando? Oh, I love the. 44. Oh yeah, one more thing. I love how I got the Wigglytuff on the fishing rod in Ilex Forest. I don't think I would have found a Clefable Wigglytuff anywhere else.
You know how you sweet set it in National Park for the Fluffy phages? There was also a Cubone in there.
Are you fucking with me?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Why?
Please.
The 2 slots you didn't see.
You didn't notice I was also hampered by a bad.
Okay, thank you, Ramen Card, for all the stress you put me through. Thank you, Pika, for being extremely fun to race against.
No problem.
And thank you, commentators, for commentating over our badness.
And thanks to our restreamer, J.K. Allen. We love you.
Yeah. So thank you, Pika, Hal, Jake Allen, our restreamer, and
shout out to Randomania, who will probably never let me do an interview again.
Yeah, be sure to follow both the runners, guys. Be sure to follow our restreamer, Jake Allen. Follow Randomania because we are going to be having more of these Cinco Bingo races live for you guys. Unfortunately for Pika, he is now out of the tournament, but Halk is going to be continuing on in his losers bracket.
I think I got to play the O box.
I did not look at the bracket, but that sounds about right. I know O-Box is in losers, so it makes a newer runner. So that should be a interesting match. A seasoned vet from the previous Cinco Bingo tournament against the hot-blooded newcomer coming up.
Seasoned 0-4 vet. Let's go.
But yeah, I think that about does it, guys. Snorms, do you have any closing thoughts?
I think that pretty much summed it up nicely. It was a good race from both of you. Thanks everyone for watching. Guys.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy your evening, everyone, and hope to see you back again.
Yep.
Bye.
Yep. Thank you again, Jake Allen.
I'm out.
Yeah, I mean,